Oh, hello there, friend. Well, I'm glad you're taking your time out of your day to hang with me a little bit. And while we're here, we might as well talk about something. Let's talk about intent. Intent is so tricky because you can never know what a person's intent is. They can show you this and tell you that. You can feel good vibes about this person and still never know their true intent. Intent is almost like identity. You'll never know someone's 100% identity, but that does not mean you shouldn't seek to understand that person's identity, or specifically for this video, their intent. So what I'm going to talk about today and understanding the mind of men are the best Sealz approved ways to see what a man's intent is with you. As y'all know, I started this channel for my two young nieces. So this is something that I would want them to know and understand. And definitely I want something y'all to know. The first tip is the easiest one, the most obvious one in my opinion, but the most direct one. And that is asking him, what do you want? What are you looking for? Let's just get that out the way. You'd be surprised how many people are scared to ask that simple question because they are scared that it's going to scare a man off. But we ain't got time for games no more. We are grown. We are looking for something. We are intentional on our parts to have something serious. So if you can't handle serious questions or serious conversations, then maybe you just aren't for me. And I want you to have that mindset. If you want serious things in your life, then you need to be serious about your communication as well. And those who can handle it, stay. Those who can't, bye. So ask them, what are you looking for? What do you want? What do you want with me? Now, there's a funny thing because, you know, I'm a peopleologist. For those who've been watching my channel for a long time, I coined that term. Being a peopleologist, you understand the behaviors, the body language of people. I say that because when you ask this question, pay attention to the body language of that dude. He starts freaking out, start fidgeting, starts scratching like he need a fix or something. That's kind of a red flag. Because if you ask me a question about something that I'm comfortable in, I'm not going to do those things. But if you ask me a question that makes me uncomfortable, my body language is going to show. Another thing is when they start to get aggressive or defensive because you asked this question. Another red flag. At the bare essence of this simple question, it is the most important question because it holds the most important answer. Before we start anything, before we elongate this conversation and maybe our dating, I need to know what you're looking for and see if I'm cool with that, if I want that, if that's compatible with what I want. To start off the rip, this is the first way, one way to start to gauge a man's intent. The second way is what I call the plan ahead. And you see, the plan ahead involves future. It involves future talk, future investment, not just what we're doing today or want today. We're not talking about the past. We're talking about the future with each other. Not just talking about my future. We're not just talking about your future. We are combining those. And what are we going to do? What do I plan for us to do? The plan ahead. Now let's get a little deeper with this, especially if you're just meeting this person and dating this person. When he plans things with you, is he asking you days in advance, weeks in advance to set up a date with you or an outing with you? Or does he text you at 9:37 p.m. on a Friday night talking about what's good for tonight, knowing there's only like 2 hours left in the night? Because a man with intent respects your time. And he's trying his best to secure a spot on the calendar for you. You can't do that if you're asking someone last minute, because asking someone or trying to schedule something with someone last minute gives the feeling that you think that they're a last option. It's not a good feeling. And what I call low intent men who have you low on their intention, will try to fill you in on their gaps in their schedule. They don't plan ahead for you. Low intent men fit you in where it's comfortable for him, which shows your priority on his totem pole, right? That's another way to gauge a man's intent. Another thing that I want you to do is pay attention to his pace. A man with genuine, strong, and healthy intent is not going to rush you. He's not going to try to rush intimacy. He's not going to try to speed up the process, but that's not the only type of speed, right? Because another type of speed is slowness. A man with true, genuine, and authentic intention for you is not going to drag his feet. He's not going to be so terribly slow where it's got you questioning if he actually even wants you. It's not going to have you questioning his questionable acts. So pay attention to his pace, because if he's moving too fast and if he's moving too slow, that is a clear sign of intent. One thing about your brother Sealz is that I don't get rushed. And once I start to feel like I'm rushed, it's because now it's an emergency. So I have to get this, whatever this is, done quickly. That's the only time I have to rush something. But if I'm trying to take my time with something that I want to invest in, something that I care about, love, something that I want the best for, something I want to bring value to me as well, I can't rush that. All the plants in my crib, I love every single one of them. I have a name for every single one of them. I know the maintenance for every single one of them. They're all different and they're doing well. They grow with my intention on each and every one of them. But one thing about them is that I can't rush their growth. If I try to rush their maintenance, I'm going to kill them. Or the opposite side of speed, if I drag my feet in watering them and pruning them, they're going to die as well. I have to take my time with my plants. A man who cares about you and wants you, like for real, is going to take his time and be comfortable in that timing. And let's be real here. When a man starts to rush you and feel like he's trying to have sex with you or trying to bring you to his crib on the first, second night, like he's on a time clock, like everything's an urgency with him, pay attention to that red flag because investment takes time. This part is what I like to call real life integration and transparency. So after a few weeks, you're dating this dude or getting to know this person. Does he ever mention his life, his real life, his friends, his family, or does he keep you in that dating bubble? Now, I will say with this, not all people are showing a red flag by being like this. Some people are private. Some people are introvert. Some people have a hard time of trusting people even after a few weeks of getting to know a person. So they're not going to tell you everything about their business, their family, and all that. But there are exceptions because not everyone is like that. If this person easily shows everything about his life on social media, if he easily talks about everything that he does and has, but seems to never talk about the things that truly matter to him, like family, close ones, best friends, pay attention to that. You should never let more weeks go by without asking questions. Who made you? Who influenced you? Who did you grow up with? Who are your best friends? Who are the ones you go to when you need something? Like, well, in understanding you, I need to understand the ones around you. I need to understand your makeup, your build. And a big part of that are the people in your closest circle. So if someone is private about that, or they're intentionally withholding that information, that can show their intent with you. Because if they're keeping you in the, like, as I mentioned, this dating bubble, almost like a fence, barbed wired box, he's doing that for a reason. Withholding information, guarding you from what's going on in his life. That's kind of weird, ain't it? And you'll notice this type of behavior, if we're being real here, for real, you'll notice this type of behavior with people who are married and out cheating. You got this man hitting on you, this woman hitting on you, whatever, and they seem cool, and you start asking them questions, about their life, and it just seems like they're always avoiding answering them. And then sooner or later, you find out this person wholly married. They was trying to guard that information from you. Behavior leaves breadcrumbs. And now let's go a little bit further in this. If you're in a relationship with this person now, you're no longer dating, and you still haven't met their mom, their dad, best friend, their dog, something's wrong with that. And you as a woman shouldn't have to ask for this. As the man, I know I'm the initiator for most things, but I'm also the initiator in leading you and showing you what my life is. And a big part of my life are my friends, best friends, brothers, sisters, mom, all the people who made me who I am today, the man you like. So how can I not show you those influences, right? If I intend you to be in my future, then that is one of the main things I have to do with you. But if I don't intend you to be in my future, well, there you go. Let's go back to future one more. I need you to understand the importance of future and its correlation with intent. Because don't get me wrong, you don't need a proposal on day one, but a man with true intent with you is not afraid to future forecast. Say things like, I would love to go to a concert with you next month. My birthday is next summer. Like, you trying to go to Cancun? I remember you told me you like books. Well, I know there's this book fair coming up near my city in the fall. Like, would you be down for that? You see, a man who talks like that is trying to show you that he wants you in his life. Because if he didn't want you and really ain't like you like that and trying to use you for whatever, your body or whatever you could, you know what I'm saying? He's not going to future forecast because he's thinking about the now. He's trying to get things with you done now, tomorrow, tonight, rushing you. He's showing his intent. And he doesn't get offended about future casting because when he makes plans with you in the future, he's already imagined this. He's already placed you in his future mentally. He's just now telling you. So never forget, future and intent are hand in hand. And intent without future is just as telling. Oh, and now this one is a good one. And this is especially for women to men. This is not the case with men to women. This is for women to men. And that is when you express your seriousness about your career, when you express your seriousness about your passions, your business, because there are a lot of men out there who do not like busy women, especially when women are busier than them. And that comes with a lot of things: insecurity, trust issues, narcissism, manipulation, a whole bunch of type of crap. But those type of men hate when women are busy and have their own things going on for themselves, because they know they cannot control you. Because you have so much going on, you have control over your life. It tells that type of dude that you do not need him. And they hate that. Because if I'm that type of dude, how can I control you if you do not fully depend on me? If you got things going on for yourself, because you could leave me and be good. Now, I want you to leave me and be horrible. I'm your everything. That is what that type of man is thinking. So if you got things going on for yourself, if you are serious about your passions, the missions that you have in your life, that will scare that type of man away who is of that ilk. It will show his intent. Because a dude who has intent of controlling you, using you, is not going to be able to handle your shine, your awesomeness, your power, your self-love. But for decent men, we love to see that, because we can trust in you and know that we can build with you, build an empire with you, be happy with you, be successful with you. You're not going to try to use us because you don't need us. That will bring a smile to a decent man's face, but it will also bring a frown to a man of the opposite type. Intent. As I said, intent is hard to detect and even recognize sometimes. And there are no bulletproof ways to know someone's intent, because some people hide it pretty well. But the things I talked about in this video are Sealz approved, because they will give you an idea. One of these ways are going to show some breadcrumbs, as I mentioned earlier in the video. It's going to show some type of evidence, clues of that dude's or decent man's intent with you. I'm trying to tell you. Much love to y'all. Peace and blessings, and I'll catch you on my next video. Goodbye.